My fellow Fijians, Bula Vinaka to you all. Tonight, I speak to you about an issue that affects every one of us: fuel. Around the world, there is growing tension and conflict in the Middle East involving Iran, Israel, and the United States. This situation is serious, and it may continue to worsen. One of the biggest concerns is a key global shipping route called the Strait of Hormuz. A large portion of the world's fuel passes through this area. When there is disruption there, it affects fuel prices and supply around the world. You may wonder, what does this have to do with Fiji? The answer is simple. Fiji depends on fuel from overseas. We do not produce our own. So when global fuel supply is affected, we feel it here through higher prices and possible supply challenges. This is why government is acting now. Not because we are in a crisis today, but because we must be ready if the situation gets worse. Let me begin by explaining what we know. Right now, Fiji still has fuel. Our supply is stable, and fuel is available across the country. Let me be very clear. This is not a fuel shortage right now. This is a fuel price issue. On the 1st of April, fuel prices increased in Fiji. You may ask, why did prices go up when we still have fuel in the country? The answer is this. Fuel companies must keep buying fuel for the months ahead. The price you pay today is not just for the fuel already here. It reflects the higher cost of replacing that fuel. Because of the conflict in the Middle East and disruption to major shipping routes, global fuel prices have risen sharply. For example, fuel has increased from about $95 a barrel to as high as $230 a barrel in a short time. This means the next shipments coming into Fiji will cost us more. And if the global situation does not improve, prices may go up again. So, while fuel is available today, it is becoming more expensive. And that is why we must start using it more carefully now. There are also things we do not yet know. We do not yet know exactly what fuel supply will look like in the coming months, especially for May and June. We also cannot control what is happening overseas: the conflict, global supply, and shipping routes. There is still uncertainty. That is why we must act early and stay prepared. So, what is government doing? We have put in place the Fiji National Fuel Emergency Action Plan. This is a step-by-step plan that guides how we respond as the situation changes. We will act based on clear triggers, not guesswork. We are now in the first phase of this plan. In simple terms, fuel is available with stocks above 50%, so let us use it wisely. Fuel is still available, but prices are high, and future supply is uncertain. So, our focus is simple. Start saving fuel now. Government will continue to reassure the public, encourage normal buying behavior, reduce non-essential travel, and work with our international partners. We are asking you, Fiji, to help by 1. Carpooling, 2. Using public transport, 3. Reducing unnecessary trips, 4. Saving electricity at home, and 5. Using online meetings or working from home where possible. Government will lead by example. We are already cutting back on travel and reducing the use of government vehicles. Now, if the situation does not improve, where our fuel stocks are between 40 and 50%, we will move to the next phase. This is where we reduce fuel use more strongly to protect supply for tomorrow. Now, this may include reducing government vehicle use even further, limiting after-hours travel, moving to a 4-day work week, moving to a 4-day school week, and encouraging business to do the same. We will also begin preparing for fuel rationing. If fuel levels drop further to between 30 and 40%, we move into a phase where we must share fuel fairly and protect essential services. There may be limits on fuel purchases, set days for refueling, set days for driving, more people working from home, and reduced business hours. But the goal is simple: to keep essential services running. Our hospitals, our transport, water, power, and emergency services. If fuel reaches very low levels, below 20%, we move into emergency phase. At that point, fuel will be used only for critical services. There may be strict controls, limited government operations, and vehicle curfews. Let me be clear, we are not at this stage now, but we must be prepared. Our decisions will be guided by fuel levels. When supply is strong, we monitor. As it drops, we reduce use. If it drops further, we ration. And only at critical levels, we move to emergency measures. This ensures every step we take is fair, clear, and based on facts. We will update you regularly. Our communication will be clear, calm, and honest. We will use radio, television, social media, and community outreach. We will also respond quickly to false information. Our next update will be provided after we review the situation on Wednesday, 8th April. My fellow Fijians, you have shown calm and responsibility, and we thank you. Right now, the most important thing you can do: continue normal fuel use, avoid unnecessary travel, stay informed, and make small changes to save fuel. Every small effort makes a difference. Acting early now will help us avoid a real shortage later. Government will lead by example. We are reducing travel, controlling vehicle use, and moving meetings online. We will manage public resources carefully and responsibly. My fellow Fijians, this is not a time to panic. It is a time to prepare. If we act early, stay calm, and work together, Fiji will get through this. Government will continue to monitor the situation closely and keep you informed. At this time, I also ask all Fijians to come together in prayer. Prayer for our nation. Prayer for peace in the world. And pray for a peaceful resolution to the conflict in the Middle East. Please stay safe, look after your families, and take care of one another. Together, we will get through this. Binakavakalevu Danyabad Vaiksia. May God bless you all, and may God bless our beloved Fiji.